How you doing? How is your day going? I hope everything is working out for you today. And today is July 28th, 2025. And my name is Maris and I'm your host for today's video. And you know what? It's been a few days now since I did this walks and talks, walkies talkies, whatever, walking talks. That's how you're supposed to. I'm not gonna talk about these, whatever it is supposed to call. You call it whatever you want. And if you like my video, fucking guys, like, my pleasure. I'm not gonna talk right now. I'm not gonna talk about Dan Bongino, Kash Patel, Pam Blondie, Trump. Not today though. I'm sick of these fucking deep state operatives. I'm gonna talk about AI, artificial intelligence. Yeah, where I've been thinking about this for last couple of months, maybe even for a year. Actually, since I was in Malta, I was thinking about this. And on the internet, like, so many people are saying, not so many, but quite a few, they keep saying, oh, this thing is so dangerous, it's gonna fucking kill people and all that shit. Like, I'm gonna walk across the street quickly here. I'm not doing jaywalk, this is a crosswalk. So it's a beautiful day. I'm out here in Calgary, Alberta, in this beautiful town. They call it town. It's a city, huge city, like over like 1.2, 1.6 million people right now here, according to the internet. So yeah, I'm gonna let's get into this. So this AI, in the way I see this, from my perspective, is that when people are saying that, oh, AI is gonna kill so many people and this and that, no, it's just a computer. It's the same. Well, like back in the day when internet came out, like where I grew up in late 90s, 1998, we had this Windows 95 or whatever it was, like, and we were, wow, this is computer. And then Google search came up and all that shit. Like, this AI is the same as Google search. And humans they say, oh, we're gonna train AI. You're not gonna train anything. You just type some information in it, and when you Google search, it's gonna pop up, like, what's the population of the city of Calgary. It's gonna come up, like, based on data what, like, somebody like me entered. Like, I'm not one of them. I'm just saying, like, let's go this way. So my take on this one is that so many people gonna lose their jobs because AI is capable to do accounting, doctor's appointments. When you want to visit a doctor and you got like a pain in your knee or whatever, AI will say, oh, that's meniscus tear, so you need to do a surgery. So you don't even need these doctors. Well, you will need for a procedure down the road. Like, there's gonna be these computers and these fucking humanoid robot arms is gonna do this surgery for you guys. But in regular, all these office clerks, these big shots, like, they're making like minimum $20 an hour, and they're walking out in these suits and these office outfits and whatever they have there, like, and they go out for Starbucks in the mornings. They like big shots walking around so nice and clean. And I'm a plumber and gas fitter. I'm always in my overalls, oil, pipe dope, and you name it, on me, like all that shit. And then the difference between these office clerks, that they work for $20, but they're so nice and clean. They go out because this prestige, you have to go out and you have to get that Starbucks coffee, like $7 or $8, whatever you're paying nowadays. And then when they get home, they got nothing. They just like, fucking, oh shit, I shouldn't buy this Starbucks coffee. I could buy a beer, like, maybe for tonight, for myself. And they most of these people are single, no families, no girlfriends, no boyfriends, nothing, like. So these people will lose jobs because of the AI, artificial intelligence, and so many, like, accountants, office clerks, and whatever, these thugs, these nobodies, and lawyers, nurses and doctors, like, you name it, all these architects, engineers, they will lose their job because there's one owner, like, who owns let's say he owns the building company, has like 5 architects and engineers and structural engineers and civil engineers, whatever you need to build a house. So basically this guy is gonna figure out, he says, listen, AI can provide all this, like I just need to type into the Google and it's gonna pop up all the information, all the drawings and everything, like so I don't need these people, I'm gonna save tons of money. And what's gonna happen, well, I really believe that all these people, because of this AI, artificial intelligence, and you can blame yourselves, guys, you can blame yourselves, I'm not one of them. And I'm gonna get into this in a sec, why you need to blame yourselves, not nobody else, and not these computers, nothing. When these people gonna lose their jobs, what they're gonna do, where they're gonna work, they're gonna loot, they're gonna fucking kill people for food, they're gonna rob, burglaries, and that's how I believe. I don't know, like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm totally wrong about that. But like let's say you're a lawyer. You're a office clerk, these office thugs in this nice fucking, this office outfit and Starbucks coffee in your one hand, and then you got this brand new iPhone in the other hand. You're walking out down the street making $20 an hour like a big shot, like you're something else, You know what I mean? Like, there's so many of them, and I'm not saying there's some people are making serious money and they're dressed up like like Donald Trump, and with the Starbucks coffee and McDonald's in the other hand, and then 2 iPhones in their back pockets and whatnot, Don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about these general people. When they will lose their jobs because they got any other skills, they're not plumbers, they're not gas fitters, they're not fucking electricians, they're not carpenters, they're not framers, they're not finishing carpenters, they cannot fucking do the lawn, they cannot cut the trees, nothing, So what's going to happen in the cities, these people, because so many of them are going to lose their jobs in about next 5 years, I predict. That's what I predict, maybe I'm wrong about that. So when these people are going to lose their jobs, they're going to start fucking killing other people. And it's not going to be the AI. It's going to be these people because of the AI. And the reason why we got here, I didn't notice it. Even my son is guilty of that. And I told all my family, says, listen, if you got your debit card, your bank card, where you want to pay for your coffee, for your 7-Eleven Slurpees, whatever they're drinking nowadays, I don't know, it's called Slurpees for whatever reason, because they're fucking disgusting, sugary drinks. So, what's gonna happen? I explained what's gonna happen. The reason why this is happening, just because of you guys, because of all these people who are gonna lose these jobs to the AI, because of you guys. You did this to yourselves because you cannot use your debit card. You have to tap on your phone. You have to do these beeps and whatever. That's how it's getting bigger and bigger. All this stuff on the internet, all this cashless society. You're asking for this. I'm gonna walk this way, actually. This is a really nice street. It rained today, yeah, so it looks nice and fresh today. This is the city of Calgary. That's just because of you. You use everything on your phones and shit, like, instead of using cash. How about, every time you have a payday, pull out all that cash from your bank account and pay in cash to everybody. It's gonna be harder and harder to get rid of. There's a woman walking towards me. Not that I like women, but because I'm recording, so I don't want to say, hey, listen, man, don't fucking record my face, and I don't want this. Other than that, like, if I wouldn't be recording, I would be walking straight towards that woman and says, hello, how are you doing? How is your day going? Do you like me? You wanna go out? And she says, I would. And you know what? I would be like, you know what? Sorry, I'm taken. But that's that. Jokes aside, I was just joking here. I don't do that anymore since I've been married for about 18 years. So, guys, like, you need to understand that the more you will go cashless yourselves, even though you can go to the ATM and pull out all that cash and pay for everything in cash, including your rent and more, like maybe mortgage not, but if you have a rent and decent landlord, he says, yeah, man, I'll take cash, I don't care, like, once you pay, that's it. And that's where we're gonna there's more cash in society. Everybody deals with the cash and all that shit. Like, it's gonna be harder for them to get this is it, no more cash. And the other thing about this cash, because before I went to Malta, I think I did tell you that. Like, if you're new guys, you don't know. I lived in Malta for a year. Malta, it's a country near Africa. It's a terrible shithole. I lived there. I lived in Calgary, Alberta for pretty much for all my adult life here. And I was on and off. I lived in 7 different countries, I tried. And when I say I lived, that means full-time job for a year, at least for a year. That's what, when you go on vacation for 3 months, if you can afford that, or 2 months, that doesn't count that you lived there. You have to get a full-time job, go to work every day, pay the bills of that money, rent a house, mortgage maybe, whatever you have, and all that stuff. So I went there. What the fuck? Why did I even mention Malta here? So I'm back here in oh yeah, like that's what I was talking about. Like that, guys. If you don't know, I did all these things, guys. So if you're new to this channel, so you know where I'm coming from. I've been talking about this for years and years and years, actually, on my YouTube. And even before I had a different YouTube channel, there's another woman with the dogs. Jesus, man, like all these, I'm like a magnet. Everywhere I walk, there's a woman with the dog. Fuck, I need to go this way. Jesus, I don't want to be talking to these dog women, childless women. No, that's not for me. So basically, guys, you did this to yourselves. And remember, guys, every time when you go somewhere and you use your phone to pay for the coffee, for groceries, whatever, anything, yeah, this is because of you. And you say, oh, it's not a big deal. It's convenience. Well, what the fuck convenience, man? How difficult is to get your debit card and pay with your debit card, even though that's still like a internet transaction? How difficult is go to the ATM after your payday, let's say every bi-weekly on Fridays or once a month, wherever you get paid, pull out all the cash and use cash for your purchases, for whatever it is, for groceries, for food, 7-Eleven, Slurpees, and whatever you have there, or gas for the car, or diesel if you have a diesel car, or handyman, or a plumber shows up to your doorstep, like into this house, and you're like, yeah, I got some plumbing issues. The plumber shows up, and you know what? We'll take cash. The plumbers take cash, and that doesn't mean that we're gonna. It's in my pocket. If you need invoices and receipts, no problem. I will provide all that. And I will file taxes, and I will pay portion of that money into the taxes. That's how it works. And if somebody says, no need for receipt, I trust you, you're a good guy, I know there's a warranty even without the receipts, that's even better, And I was like that, like pretty much all my life. Oh, I know exactly why I was talking about Malta. Before I went to Malta, what happened, I couldn't pay because it was just right after the COVID. Right after the COVID, I was, COVID's destroyed my business, let's put it that way. And Justin Castro, if you don't know who is Justin Castro, look up on the Google. His fake name is Justin Trudeau, yeah, but his real name is Justin Castro, let's put it that way. So what he did, that fucking piece, that scumbag, that little fucking slimy fucking nobody, he froze all my bank accounts because I didn't pay my income taxes the year before. It was a couple $1,000. It wasn't, it was a good chunk of money for me, but like for these government officials, it's nothing. That's what they spend in a minute. Like, you give them $15,000 and they spend in 1 minute. Like Justin Castro, when he went to Queen's funeral, how much money did he spend? He was officially reported $90,000 in a day for food in United Kingdom. 90,000 that individual spent. And that was taxpayers' money. What do you eat for $90,000? Most people in this country here in Alberta. Alberta is a country. I'm not saying Canada. Alberta it's a country. Don't make even that much money in a year, and they pay the bills. They eat food. They have everything. They pay the utilities, the gas, the heating. You name it, all that shit. How the fuck this scumbag spends $90,000 in a day, and he's attending Queen's funeral. Like, why would you even go to Queen's funeral? Is that your fucking family member or something? Like, I didn't go. I didn't give a fuck about these royals. So what he did, he froze my bank accounts, and that was the it was a few months, you know. I had to deal with this revenues and all that shit, and I dealt. But for about 3 months, I had no access to my bank accounts. Not my corporation, my companies, not my personal. I got like a multiple personal bank accounts and all this. I had $1,000 there, $1,000 there, you know, as a backup, just in case if money's not coming in, so I can draw out money from there, pay my mortgage, and you know, and food and shit. So luckily, it's not cashless society, and I knew so many people. I'm the like, imagine if you're not like me, and something like this happens to you. What are you gonna do? You're fucked. You're fucked. I was able to make a couple $1,000 on that month with no bank accounts, with nothing, just cash. Went door to door. Well, didn't go to door, but I called multiple people and says, listen, man, I need some cash. Do you have a small job? Can I make $300 today? Can I make fucking $1,000 here? Can I make $1,000 there? I need like fucking $4,000 this month. And luckily, I was blessed because that's how it worked, you know. People paid me cash, and that doesn't mean I didn't file any taxes after that, you know. Somebody needed fucking invoices. I says, yeah, so that was for my next year, but at least I was able. Imagine if there's cashless society and you got these cryptos and whatever, like something like that, and there is no more cash. Has to be through the bank accounts or through the internet, you know. And what happens when you don't have let's say these solar flares come down and boom, wipes out entire internet? You got nothing. People, if you got cash underneath the pillow, and if you have gold and silver, 1 ounce coins, silver coins, you can at least buy. And my neighbor is like this, hey man, like I'm making my own bread, like my wife does actually. You have 1 ounce of silver, I'll give you bread, I'll give you some eggs, I got chicken in my backyard. You know, that's how you survive in that scenario. If it's cashless society, if we still have cash, it's boom right there. You can make a bit cash and you can survive without the bank accounts. So that's my take about this AI. Let me know in the comments down below if I'm wrong, or you agree or you disagree what I'm saying right now. I'm just talking out of my head. I'm not like prepared for this, like, you know, like usually, you know me, I don't edit, I just walk and talk if I feel like after work. Look at this beautiful evening. It rained a lot today, so I'm just going out for walks and talking to you guys, like, and this is what I do. And I like, guys, I know, I do promise I'm gonna make more and more of these videos. Like, I need to get back you know, on my feet kind of, and do these more. I'm not depressed. Everything is okay, guys. Everything's working out. You know, I'm taking one step at a time, you know. So that's what I do, guys. If you like my video, please click the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe and tell your friends about the video so they can watch it too. And leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. God bless you. Jesus loves you. And guess what? I love you too. I'll see you later. God bless you. Jesus loves you. Did I say that already? God bless you. Jesus loves you. And guess what? I love you. Oh yeah, I did say that. See you later.